Hi all, I'm Tom Sawyer. Welcome to my kitchen. Every Boy's Annual, 1873. Or is it? Well, it depends on how you look at it. If you were to visit a bookstore in 1872, around Christmas time, you'd find, maybe, copies of Routledge's Every Boy's Annual for 1873. So everything about it, kind of, all the superficial things would suggest that it's an 1873 volume. So when I bought this, I probably thought, hey, that's going to be cool. It's the 1873 volume, which essentially covers 1872, although it doesn't cover the last part of 1872, and it covers a little bit of 1871. So that they can get the annual out before Christmas, presumably. Now, this, however, I would not say that this is a rebound copy. This is, I believe, probably the initial binding that this book was in. No gilt edges, which suggests that these were somebody's copies of the periodical for the year 1872. No, for the year 1873. And for such a person binding this copy or having it bound, it would make sense to call it the 1873 volume. And the Routledge method of dating these things wouldn't make any sense. Now, if our supposition, and it's an accurate supposition, is that this contains the issues for 1873, we would expect that it will not include the earliest sections of the 1873 volume, in quotes, the Routledge 1873 volume. It will actually start at the beginning of 1873. This would mean that the first page in it will not be page 1, since page 1 appeared in maybe September or October of 1872. And sure enough, that's the case. In fact, the first page, although it has the title page and table of contents and probably everything it needs to be an annual, the first page of text is page 49. And then, ironically, if you don't know about everything I've been saying, last page of text is 128. Now, I haven't detailed this whole thing out to make certain that it started in January and ended in December or anything like that, but I'm just trying to present the general picture, which probably more or less accurately reflects what was going on with this volume. So, if you're talking about a Routledge's Every Boy's Annual for 1873, and this is the so-called 1873, but probably not quite as much of a misnomer as the Routledge method, is there an overlap in the contents? But anyway, this, again, this is not like, oh, it wore out and then we had to have it rebound. No, nothing like that. So this actually has two modern magic articles from what you might call Routledge's Every Boy's Annual in Publisher's Binding for 1874. And it lacks at least one. I think it lacks one from the one that appeared in the 1873 volume, so denominated by Routledge. Well, I guess that's all I want to say about this. The other interesting thing about this is I just quickly looked through it and compared it a little bit to a book version of Modern Magic. And although this has about 9 or so Modern Magic articles, only one of them has any illustrations. Don't you find that kind of strange? another kind of odd thing about this, in looking at the table of contents, the articles appear with fair frequency until page 254, and probably one or two pages following. Then the next Modern Magic article appears on page 634. So the beginning of one article, 254, the beginning of the next article, 634. Huh? That's almost 400 pages with no Modern Magic. This whole volume is about 778 pages. Now, I want to say a little caveat here, or for those who pronounce it in a more Latin way, caveat. Nothing that I have said in this video is necessarily 100% reliable, because I did just go through this thing hastily. This entire video has not been a masterwork of advanced planning. But then again, why would I do that when there's only going to be probably 5 people who see it? Consider that. Okay, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye.